Hello, my chaotic goblin family, and welcome to the chaos. How are you all doing tonight? Let me make sure this is set up the way it's supposed to be. Perfect. Okay, cool. We are working on Eevee some more. We're getting there. And I have tea. Because I always have tea. Okay. Pattern. What color were we working? I think we voted on a color last time, but we didn't actually start the color. And I think that's why this one is separated out from the rest of them. So I think that's what happened. So let's see where that color goes. It goes... Okay, yeah. So we didn't actually start this color, but we did vote on this color. And this is the one we picked out. So that's what we're going to start with. Here we go. Kaley Cabana, hello. How you doing? Oh, what did I put? My stuff is like all over the place today. I need that out, and I need my highlighter, and I need my scissors. There we go. Now we should be good. Hi, Lady Tiger Claws. How are you doing? Hello, Window. How's it going? Did you dye your hair? Not recently. My roots are really, really bad. I have not dyed my hair in about 6 months. It just so happened, it was like a really bright, like vibrant blue. It just so happens that it has now faded to the point that it matches my hat. So whenever I wear my hat, it looks like this is on purpose instead of this is what it looks like after I've ignored it for 6 months. Yeah, like if you look closely, like it's starting to get like the blonde is starting to come through from like where it was bleached before and stuff like that. Which is not my favorite. I do not look good as a blonde, but yeah, I love this hat because it makes it look like this was the goal instead of what the heck am I doing? Good morning from Australia. Hello, good evening from the East Coast of the United States. I want to see. I have some videos from like fairly recently. Yeah, basically, if you want to see, I am also live over on Twitch. My hair is like light teal colored. It matches my hat very nicely. But yeah, my roots are really bad. I really need to find a hairdresser or, you know, hairstylist here in Maryland now that I live here. Because I am desperately in need of another dye job. But in the meantime, half the time if it's cold enough, I just wear my beanie and pretend that it's all good. Lurk. It's an L. It's a Rose. Hello. You are more than welcome to lurk. I like it when people talk, but if you don't feel like talking, that's okay. I respect that. Hello, Rita. How you doing? Pretend everything is okay. Yeah, it's fine. It's an illusion. No one needs to know it's an illusion. It's just me bumbling my way through life like normal. Hi, kittens. No, don't stare at me like that. Oh, you learned how to say rose in Korean? Nice. I would try to pronounce that, except I will absolutely mangle it. So I will take your word for it, because I I took French in high school, so unless it's a romance language, I don't understand like the first bit about trying to pronounce those languages. We're gonna ignore the ear and come back up to it in a minute. I'm gonna head down the outside of here. Treat time. I know. She definitely thinks it's treat time, especially because when I do live streams, that is one of the things that people can turn in channel points for is me giving the pets treats. So they 100%, especially her, she came over and she was just sitting next to me, just staring at me with just the biggest eyes, like, Mom, you know it's time. And I'm like, no, nobody has redeemed those yet, and you already had like 10 treats today, most of which you stole from your brother. So my partner filled up like one of those cat treat things that they have to like tip it over to like spill the cat treats out, and then they like get them, so it like gets them like to figure out how the toy works or whatever. And he like filled that up, and he said he put 10 of them in there, and she got 9 of them, and her poor brother only got 1. He could not for the life of him figure out how this thing works. Hi Vex, how you doing? Oh, see, clever kitty cat. See, Window did redeem a pet treat time. It is now a pet treat time. Hold on. I gotta move the cameras first, because otherwise they bombard me, and I don't get a chance to move them. Okay, hold on. All right, are we good? Are we good? Okay, Clover goes first because she's old lady. Old ladies first. Old ladies first. No, kittens do not go first. Ow, Wednesday. Hello, sir. Oh, good Lord. August, are you okay, sir? Are you okay? Okay. Excuse me. No pause. No pause. Wednesday. You be nice, miss. August. You don't need to claw at me. Ow! Rude. Now she's gonna come jump up in my lap. Oh, you want to sniff first? You gotta make sure that I'm not hiding any more in my hand. Nope, I'm not. I promise. Hi, Clover. Hi, lady. Oh, lady. You want to come up for a second? Come here. Come here. I know. I know. You're just the sweetest old lady. I know. I know. You're such a good girl. I know. What a good girl. Okay. August parkour. August jumped on something he shouldn't have been standing on and then knocked it over and fell on his butt because he has 0 dexterity skills. Hi. He's a wobbly cat. He has pretty mild wobbly cat syndrome, but he has wobbly cat syndrome. So he is not super coordinated. So we have to be careful about him jumping up on stuff. And like, the problem is his sister is super coordinated, and so she can like get up to places that she really shouldn't be. And so he's like, I want to be up there too. And then he falls and hurts himself. Hi. Okay. All done. All done. Off. Off. You're hurting me now. Thank you. Okay. Back to me. There we go. You give him a hole in the back and you're just there awkwardly stabbing all the time. All the time. Oh my gosh, I got my dogs twice in the Dollar Tree and they love them. Aww. That's awesome. My dog does not like treats. Or not like treats. She likes treats. She doesn't like toys. That's what I meant to say. I'm sorry. I said the other T word, the wrong one. I love you. No, she likes treats. She doesn't like toys. She's never, ever, ever been a toy dog, even when she was a puppy, which you would think. But no, she's just never been interested in them. She had a ton of them when she was a puppy. She just like never was super interested. So we just kind of gave up, and she just doesn't really have any toys, and she's fine with that. The kittens have a ton. They have a ton of toys. But yeah. Oh really, miss? You want the babies to play with you? Mine loves toys. Yeah, so many dogs love toys. I don't know what's wrong with mine. Mine is just like the weirdest dog on the planet. Like for real. Like chaos reign. Always. Chaos is always reigning in my house. That was a silly. Here we go. Wednesday, may I help you, miss? You're doing the under desk goblin lurk thing again, and it's always just a little disconcerting to just have you hiding in the shadows under my desk. I think you should know that. Back at it, I am! For those of you who missed the live on Sunday, surprise, it's because there wasn't one. Basically, I started my cycle about 20 minutes before I was supposed to go live, and I was like, nope, and went and curled up on the couch instead, because that's all I can handle doing. But yeah. So I did not go live on Sunday. But for those of you who contributed to the Let's Play a Game Challenge over on the Purple app, I'm going to be redeeming that for you all this Saturday. So Saturday, I'm gonna hop on and pretend that I'm a gamer for a night and play some Stardew Valley. And I'll probably let you guys, I don't know, like maybe let you guys like vote on like what I do, or if I try to like I'll start a new game. So I'll let you guys vote like on if I should like try to romance one of the villagers, or like if I should like, I don't know, like what I should do for the day, whether it's like fishing or gathering or like, you know, whatever, that kind of stuff. But yeah, I figure I'll play that for a couple hours. I do not know if my partner, aka Littlefish, is going to join or not. He was sort of planning on joining, and then he found out like today that he's actually having to go on a business trip on Saturday, and while he will land in time that he could like go to the hotel and play from there, that sounds like a lot. So I don't know if he's actually gonna do that. He'd have to like bring his personal laptop on top of bringing his work laptop, and like it's a whole lot of stuff that would have to kind of go into it. So I don't know if he's actually gonna come and play with me or not. It might just be me, and that's okay. But yeah, we had been talking about both of us playing. But yeah. I also have a new community goal challenge thing up there if you guys are interested. I am working on a giant tapestry piece. Kashakun, thank you for the rose. I appreciate that. I'm working on a giant tapestry piece that is also Pokemon themed. It features all of the Pokemon from the first 5 generations. It is 5 feet wide, 6 feet tall, and it's completely solidly stitched all the way across. It is going to take me years to get through, but I was thinking that might be a fun, like, set this aside for the evening and work on that for the evening, type of thing. It is massive. It's kind of too big for the space that I stream in typically, so I would have to move my streaming setup like over to the couch or something like that. So it wouldn't be something that I would stream like every week, which is why I thought I would turn it into like a community goal. So like once a month, like something like that, like maybe once a month stream that instead, because I know it's hard to tell, but I actually have like a lot of setup. I have like my laptop and like the light and like the webcam camera, and then like my other monitor that I can actually like see what's going on, and then I have like the camera for like this setup, and then I have like the phone for the TikTok, and like and then like my side table with all my stuff, and like I have like everything like set up here. So it's not like feasible for me to move it on a regular basis, but like every once in a while I could like set it up or move it or like figure something else out for the night. But yeah, it is massive. Oh my god. I'm gonna have to take a picture of that later to send her. Sorry. something came in the mail that we have. It's a book. A book came in the mail that we have been waiting for, and it's hilarious. Hi, Alex. You're finally working on Ditto. I am. I'm absolutely working on Ditto. Aren't you so proud of me? This is the most ditto that ever dittoed. Look at these eyes. Can't you tell? Yeah, I haven't put the soul into this Eevee yet, but we'll get there eventually. Eventually Eevee will get a soul. That's a cool idea. Can't wait to see it. Nice. Kaley, I think I posted some pictures of it in the Patreon Discord server of like how big the piece is, and like me laying on top of the blank tapestry, and then my partner had to like modify my scroll frame so that it could fit a 5 foot wide piece. And yeah, I stitched Rattata. Yeah, it's so big. It's so big. It's a little unwieldy to work with, but like it's okay. It'll be fine. The hardest part is definitely having to like tie off colors and stuff and like keep flipping it over, but I'm kind of getting used to it. I mean, leave it soulless. I mean, if someone wants to commission me to make a line of soulless Pokemon, I could do that. I would be down to do that, where I just stitch them except the eyeballs. It'd be so fantastic. If someone wants to do, I will happily do that. I think my problem stitching Pikachu is I gave it a soul too soon. Yeah, you can't, like, it's kind of my theory that, like, you kind of have to wait until the end to give it the soul. Because otherwise they start to rebel. They're like, what type of hideous monstrosity am I? And they don't want to trust the process that by the end they're gonna look okay and it's gonna be okay. And then they tend to revolt. So don't give them their soul until the end. That's my motto. Can you tell I've had caffeine today? Shit. Oh my goodness. Alright. Where am I going? Okay, that goes there. Okay, hold on. One more. Gotta leave a little space right there. Now we go up and over. Sort of. Not really. Okay. Just 4 across. Okay. Tara of Light, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. It's Eevee. I'm so excited. It is Eevee. I'm so excited too. It needs a soul later. Not yet. It's not ready yet. It's not done enough for a soul yet. Oh man, am I just gonna keep going on about that all night? Probably. Let me tell you, when I made Jigglypuff up there somewhere. When I made Jigglypuff, I waited until the very end to give Jigglypuff any sort of eyeballs and soul. And by the end, it was only like slightly horrifying and a little disturbing because like Jigglypuff is like just all eyes. But 10 out of 10 would absolutely do it again. It's so much funnier. Come on. There we go. Lumi! Welcome. Lumi, every time you post that when you show up, for some reason, I think it's a dabbing octopus. Like, I feel like it's dabbing, and it... I don't know why. Like, Clearly that tentacle is long on that side, so it's not, but I feel like it should be the just the long straight one should be on the other side. And then it would be a dabbing octopus. Like I feel like that's what it is. And that's how you do it. Well, yes. Yes. Crunk Spinach Puffs, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. It's just, to me, it's just wiggling arms. Yeah, it probably is just wiggling arms, but for some reason, like, oh my god, Chad Friends, are we trying to break the hoop record today? Not yet, and you did miss one, baby treat time already. So, there's that. I got attacked. I kind of hope we're not trying to break the record today because I need to get more 5-inch hoops. I went through and I separated, I actually like organized and separated all the ones that still need to be hooped. I didn't count them, which I probably should have done. But I organized and I separated them all into like folders based on like what size hoop they're gonna need. And I'm pretty much out of 5-inch hoops. And that's like the most common size that I need, and also like anything bigger like isn't gonna fit super nicely right now. Like I need a lot of little ones to like fill in between the big ones is the problem. So that's how that goes. But I see Vex has redeemed me finishing one. So we're gonna take a pause from Eevee. Boop. Alright, here we go. Oh, and a hydrate. Okay, the hydrate's gonna have to happen after. I apologize. I gotta do them in order or I mess it all up every time. Okay, that goes on the floor. That can also go on the floor. That goes on my lap. Okay, so I've got ones that fit in 4, 5, 6, and 7-inch hoops. But I think I only have like one 5-inch hoop left. So Vex, do you want me to finish one that goes in a 4-inch, a 5-inch, a 6-inch, or a 7-inch hoop? Since you're the one who redeemed the thing, you let me know how big of one we're gonna be stitching up here. Hi Chipmunky, how you doing? Chipmunky, thank you for the follow, I appreciate you. And Katiana Cruz, thank you for the follow as well, I appreciate you too. All right, we're gonna finish off a 7-inch hoop. Okay, let me set that aside. Here we go. Okay. Ow, that was painful. Oh, I didn't think about this. Okay, I'm gonna have to move this for a second so I can get this drawer open. 4, 5, 6, 7-inch pieces are in this folder. We'll put them in folders. Okay. Eevee, move. Here we go. Okay, we can't do Gyarados because Gyarados needs to be ironed. He needs some love. But that's okay because I have another piece that I need to iron also. So I plan on doing this one at the same time. So it can't be Gyarados. We've got Moltres, we've got Zapdos, we've got Fearow, Lapras, Golbat. God, these are so many that need 7-inch hoops. We've got Nidoking, Kingler, Muck. I hate this one with a passion of 1,000 suns. We've got Ninetales. We've got Pidgeotto. And we've got Weezing. So these are all the ones that fit into 7-inch hoops. So he's out for today. No, Muck cursed. Muck is my nemesis. For those of you who don't know the story, this is actually the second Muck that... Where did he go? Where the heck did you go? This is actually the second Muck that I ever stitched. Oh, you're like... I didn't move you guys back. I apologize. This is the second Muck that I ever stitched. because the first one, I like messed up like something in there, and like it was so badly messed up by the time I caught it that I literally had to scrap it and start completely fresh. So what are we gonna do? What do I want to put up on my wall? I feel like I need something with some cool colors to like go over on like this side over here. What do I have that's like cool colors? I feel like we got a lot of like browns and pinks and reds over there. Maybe lapras? Should we do lapras? I think we should do lapras. Okay. Set that aside. I like the tail in Moltres. Yeah, the tail coming up here. Yeah. Oh gosh, some of these are so old. Some of these, I think Moltres was one of the first ones that I stitched, and like, I don't know if you can tell, this is like a 15-year-old piece, so like it's just like stained and stuff from just being moved and living with me for so long and not being in a hoop so that I could properly take care of it. And this is why you need to hoop your pieces before they go rogue. Alright. What size hoop are you? What size hoop are you? That's an 8-inch hoop, so you're a 7-inch hoop. Awesome. Cool. Gyarados is wrinkled. Gyarados is absolutely wrinkled. Gyarados 100% needs to be ironed before I can do anything with him. All right, there we go. Getting some camera fixing angles. Yeah, Gyarados needs some help. So there is a story behind why Gyarados is so wrinkled. Basically, at my last apartment, we had a mold issue. And we kept telling the landlord about the mold issue, and they kept like coming in and taking care of it. And basically they would like scrape the wall a little bit and then paint over it and be like, it's taken care of. And then they sold the property, and when new property managers took over, we were like, hey, the mold keeps coming back. Like, we need this to be taken care of. And so they came in, and we had to move everything out of the bedroom where the mold kept showing up. And when we did that, a whole bunch of my clothes, some of my jewelry that had like leather cord, like if it was made with like a leather cord, like just a whole bunch of like really random stuff. A couple of my partner's hats had all been eaten by the mold, and the Gyarados had been in with some stuff that was moldy. I don't know how it got in there. Like, it wasn't with, like, obviously none of the rest of these are wrinkled like that. Like, the rest of these are all fine. But for some reason, Gyarados, like, got misplaced or whatever. And so he was in with some stuff that had been moldy. And so I was like, I'm gonna wash it. And, like, threw it in the washer and the dryer and everything. And, like, hope that the mold doesn't attack it or doesn't come back or whatever. So he went through the wash. And I haven't ironed him since then. And that was 3 years ago. So he's fine. He is not moldy. He's all good. And he has been washed. But that is why he's all wrinkly, and also I'm lazy and I never got around to ironing him. Honestly, like, all of these could probably use a good iron. But I hate ironing with like everything in my fashion. He's using Twister. All right, so this one, for those of you who've been watching my lives for any amount of time and see me do these, obviously I cannot do a sewn edge on that because that is cutting it way too close. I can barely get this into an appropriately sized hoop just for finishing purposes, let alone like actually finishing off the back. So this is definitely going to be an E6000 kind of finish. And that's okay, because like I said, a lot of these ones that we're getting to now, especially since you guys are like having me finish off so many of them, a lot of these ones that I'm finishing now are a lot older pieces that are in various states of needing some extra love, like needing to be ironed or needing a stain stick or things like that to get like some minor staining. Like even Lapras has like a little bit of staining here around the edges and stuff. So I'm probably gonna need to pull the stain stick out on that. I mean, once it's on the wall, like honestly, you're not even gonna be able to tell, but I will be able to tell and it will bother me. But yeah, so a lot of these pieces are older pieces that I made 15 years ago when I was in high school or my early 20s and didn't have a good way to store them, didn't have a way to like really finish them off properly, stuff like that. Didn't have anywhere to display them even if I had finished them off properly. So now that I'm older and wiser and finally sitting down to do the thing, trust the process. I know this looks really scary. Trust the process. It's okay, guys. I'm a professional. I'm gonna cut off all of this excess. We're using the super glue method. If you've watched, I made a video showing off how I do this method, but you're seeing it in real time instead of like my speed video. Like, are you leaving in the hoop to display? Yes, I leave mine in the hoops to display, and I just pushed on it like an idiot. Aha! I've never done that before. Okay. Yes, so I do leave mine in the hoops to display. If you click on the link and go through my bio and click on my Twitch channel, I am streaming on Twitch as well, and you can actually see like my wall behind me where I have a whole bunch of them up on the wall behind me, all displayed together in their hoops. And I really like the aesthetic of that. So that is why I do it that way. If you don't want to go through over to my Twitch, I do have some videos where you can see the wall behind me as well. Okay, we're using pliers to get this open because I cannot do it with my hands. Lapras, flip over. There we go. All right. This stuff stinks. Do it in a spot where you have some airflow. Also, there we go. Also, don't use this stuff if you're like pregnant or if there's kids around, because it really stinks. But basically, I'm going to be going around the edge of the fabric to make sure it doesn't fray, and just on the inside little edge of the wooden frame so that it sticks to the wooden frame, and so it's not going to go anywhere. And so between those two things, it will stay forever. And I've been finishing pieces like this for 15 years. This is not my preferred method by any means. This is not my favorite method, but it is very quick and very stinky, and it's good if you cut your fabric a little too short to do a stitched edge or a hot glue, the hot glue method. Or a different method. So yeah, and because a lot of my pieces that are older, I used to cut the fabric real short because I didn't know what I was doing back then like I do now, and also because I was really poor, and so I would be like, well, to save fabric and to not have to buy fabric as often, I'm gonna use as little as I can possibly get away with to do each piece, and I will, that's future Elle's problem, and so now it's current Elle's problem, as I have to finish a bunch of these pieces in a method that is not my favorite. But now I make sure I have plenty of fabric around the edges when I finish off pieces, so that I don't do this to myself moving forward. Pizza Cat, hello and welcome! All right, I am going to go stick this in my bathroom real quick because holy heck, this stinks to high heaven and I don't want to be around it. So I'm going to go hide it in my bathroom and I will retrieve it tomorrow morning when it will be dry. I'll be right back. I will see if I can show it, boop, all finished, without getting myself covered in super glue. Hold on, I'll be right back. Ah! There we go. All right, now we can get back to our regularly scheduled programming of stitching Eevee. Here's our Eevee. Boop. That's what is happening with this camera. Do the thing. Oh my goodness, it's fighting me now. Rude. That camera. There we go. The back of mine is so messy. Yours has such pretty organized lines. I'm so jealous. I am a little, like, not like OCD in a bad way, but like I'm kind of meticulous about my backs and like how I prefer to stitch. I don't like doing the English method. I prefer the Dutch method better, and that's what gives me such nice lines. But I also will I will do like some English if it means saving thread. Like I'm all about thread efficiency. So like, I don't know, I kind of do a mix of English and Dutch to maximize thread efficiency. So that's a big part of why I get such clean lines on the back. I do some jumping around, mostly so I can avoid tying off and having to start fresh, especially on the Pokemon pieces, because these ones in particular, I do tie knots on the back when I'm starting and stopping, and so if I can minimize kind of the number of knots on the back, then I'll try to do that a little bit. Hello, user Big String of Numbers. How you doing? Pizza Cat Raid. I love it. So cute. Thank you. I love your needle minder. Thank you. I got it on Etsy. Let me check the store, because I do this every time and then I tell everybody the wrong store, and then I feel bad every single time. Because there's a couple stores that I bought stuff from, like, to do my crafting. Stop it. The needle mind. Oh my gosh. I went and favorited a bunch more stuff on Etsy, so now it's not like the first thing I see on there. So this is from Hoops and More. Hoops and More. But yeah. I love it. It's so cute. Oh, we had some hydrates. That's right. I forgot. What do we got? How many? We have one from Kaley. Cheers, Kaley. And then we have two from Vex. So first one. And cheers again. I love Eevee. I've been following for a while and lurk when I can. Aw, thank you. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here to hang out. What is the English and Dutch method? So the English method is finishing off each and every stitch before moving on to the next stitch. So making an X and then moving to the next square, and making an X and then moving to the next square. That is not the most efficient use of thread, because on the back of your piece, you're making a lot of diagonals, and diagonals use more thread than straight lines, than like up and down or vertical or horizontal lines when you're going from one hole to the next. Because triangle math. Pythagorean theorem or some crap like that. Anyway, so the Dutch method is doing a bunch of half stitches, going across half, and then going back the other way, half. But I do not necessarily do an entire row and then jump down to the next row wherever it starts to go back across. I will finish some stitches to get back to wherever the next row starts, because it's more efficient, and I don't have as many like jumping points on the back. So I get lots and lots of nice little up and down lines. Like I said, I do have to do some diagonals sometimes, especially like in the black. You see it a lot in my black because that's my outline. Whereas colors that are big blocks of colors, I have a lot more of just like the up and down-ness to it. This is cute. My sister made Pokemon squares and sent them away for kid quilts. Oh, that's super cool. Minnie Mouse, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Hi. Can you go lay? Oh, the baby stole the bed. I'm so sorry that the baby stole the bed, but you know what? You do have to share. There's a whole couch over there too. You cannot claim the entire bed all for yourself and the king size blanket and then be upset when the babies try to join you. My dog is spoiled. Oh, you lured one of the babies away and now you're gonna go steal the bed from him? He's just gonna lay on top of you. I know. I know. He followed you right back over there. I don't know what you thought was gonna happen. She's trying to drag the blanket out of the bed so that she can have the blanket and abandon the bed to the babies. I know, Wednesday. I know. She's so mean. She's such a grumpy old lady. I know. I also tend to favorite a bunch of things on Etsy way too often. It's a problem, y'all. Like, why do I not just have unlimited funds to buy all of the pretty things on Etsy when I see them and want them? It's not fair. I didn't know about the different methods. That's interesting. Yeah, I recently learned that they actually have like names and like theories for like why they do it certain ways, or like I don't know. But yeah, there's like technical names for that. I was just like, I don't know, like this is the third Pokemon I missed. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Well, you didn't miss it. You're here. Hello. I can fix this. Oh, Lumi. Oh, Lumi. If I can't have the bed, no one can. All right, Lumi just redeemed something that I can't say out loud until I have the cameras moved. Just wait for it. It's pet treat time. Clover can't get out of her bed now. Hi, August. Hello. Oh, Wednesday, you're in my lap. Okay. Clover. Oh, August. You bumbling boy. Hello, sir. This is doggy treats. Can I get the kitty treats, please? Can I put this one away and get out the baby treats? Hey, sir, those are still dog treats. Sir, those are dog treats. Oh my goodness. Okay, one for Wednesday. Oh, Wednesday, you dropped it. You dropped it. Wednesday. Oh my God, August. Here you go, sir. Did you get it? Good boy. Okay, there was no scratches this time. That's good. All done, baby. He's under my cross stitching again. This boy just like lives under here. He just. Hi. I know. I know. I know. Hello. Oh, jeez. Sir, how are you so clumsy all the time? He knocked everything over again. Like, in a different way from last time. It wasn't even the same as last time. Like, good lord. Chaos. Those are my babies. And then I have human babies too, but they're asleep. Hi. Hello. Hello, all the babies. Oh, you didn't get to sniff my finger. Okay, you sniff my fingers? You know that I don't have any more? There's... Sir! Literally just like walks off the end of stuff, not looking where he's going, and then is like, how did I end up on the floor? I don't understand. He's the sweetest little simpleton. He's my favorite. You know what? Low-key, he's kind of my favorite too. Clover, are you trying to play with him now? Go play! Go play with the baby. If you follow me over on Instagram, I posted a little video of Clover trying to play with August, and August has like zero clue what was going on. And like he literally, like, she's doing this, she's making the noise and like trying to get him to play, and he just rolled over on his back and is just like, am I doing this right? Just like, oh my god. Okay, I must go. The dice god summoned me to be heroic. Very nice. Have a good D&D session, Lumi. I love your your videos have you done Leafeon yet? Yes, I have done Leafeon. Leafeon is up on the wall above Charizard. If you were over on the Purple app over on Twitch, you could see the wall behind me, and I have a whole bunch of them up on the wall. Not all of the ones that I finished, but I do have a good number of them up on the wall now. But yeah, Leafeon is one of them. Clover, oh my goodness. And if you go over to YouTube, you can catch past streams. So I post the Twitch replays over on YouTube, so you can watch as I stitch Leafeon. Okay, August actually chased her that time. So that was... He chased you! That's what you wanted, Clover! And now as soon as he did it, she's like, no, I'm done. I'm done. Do you want to chase him? Is that what it is? He's not going to run away from you. He's not scared of you. Well, I understand that you want to be scary, but you are 12 pounds. I don't care. He's not going to be scared of you. He's going to be bigger than you soon. He's 8 months old, and he's already well on his way to being bigger than you, miss. I swear. My dog just over here talking sass. Hi, Wednesday. Trust me, I didn't give her anything. You're fine. Cheers, window. Wednesday, I'm so sorry. Ow. Oh, I accidentally bopped her with the water bottle, and then I didn't swallow properly, and that hurt. I'm so sorry, baby. No, she's like, I don't love you no more. Mwah. I'm so sorry I bopped you. I didn't mean to. Okay, but you can't be on the dresser. You can't be on the dresser behind me. Thank you. I appreciate that. What, Clover? I can't make him run away from you. That's not the game he wants to play. Yeah, don't mind me. I just have conversations with my pets all the time. Whenever they start cooing or making noises or whatever, I just straight up talk to them like they're people. It's fine. It's fine. I don't have enough adults to converse with in my daily life, if you couldn't tell. Go play with her, August. Go play, Clover. You don't need my permission. I can't make him play. I can encourage him, but I can't force him. Eduardo, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Clover legit keeps coming over here and putting her paws on my chair and staring at me like, Mom, make him play with me. And I'm like, honey, I literally can't. He is his own entity. She's just sitting there as she, like, nuzzles him. She's trying so hard to get you to run away, sir. She wants to chase you. He does not get it. You gotta have combos with your pets. Absolutely. It's the only way to stay sane. I know it sounds really aggressive. I promise you, she just doesn't understand how to talk to other animals, like, in a polite tone. This is her polite tone. Gosh darn it, August. Entertain Clover. He's literally laying there. He's just laying there, legs splayed, just like, I don't know what you want from me. Let me see if I can... It's gonna... He's unperturbed by any of this. Hey, what do I do? Like, what do I do? Like, I just... See, he'll chase her. He's like, oh, you want to play chase? I'll chase you. I'll bat you around. I can't make him run away from you. I know you want to do the chasing, but that's not how this works. Everybody has to consent to the game, Clover. He doesn't want to be chased. I know you don't want to be chased either. I know. You're going to have a real bad time. I know. He doesn't get it. He doesn't speak Clover. Ow, ow. You cannot climb me. I'm not a tree. I'm not a tree. Animals. Eevee's coming on beautifully. Thank you. Holy shit, would you rate? This is so cool. Shoot me a message over through my Etsy shop. The link is in my bio, and we can talk about rates. It definitely varies from piece to piece, and it's based on how long it would take me to do each piece. So I have to look at like how many stitches and it is, and like things like that. But yeah, you can shoot me a message over on Etsy, and I can let you know how much it would be to commission a piece. Yes, Clover. May I help you? I know you want him to play. I get it. I know. I know. Go on. He wants to play with you. He's sitting there staring at you. Grumble, grumble, make the cat play right. I can't. I know. I know. Everybody agrees that it would be so wonderful if the two of you could just figure out how to communicate with each other. That would be fantastic. And then I wouldn't have to step in like this and try to explain to a dog that the cat doesn't want to play with her. This is worse than kids, guys. Going to grab some food and stretch. Will be lurking. Sounds good. Enjoy your food. I literally, Clover, I cannot force him. I know. I don't know what you want me to do about it. Lord. How are you tonight? I'm doing good, thank you. I'm currently trying to explain to my dog that I cannot force the cat to play with her. She is not getting the message. Clover's so mad. She really is. She is like aggressively keeps coming over to my chair and pawing at me and whining. Like, normally she's not quite this confrontational about it. Well, go lay down then. You pulled the blanket out of the bed, so now there's definitely room for everybody. It's a king-size blanket. You gonna go lay down? Sounds good. You lay down. Wednesday's laying down. August still thinks you want to play. He hasn't got the memo yet that you're mad. She wants the attention. She really does. She really just wants to, like, if I let her, she would sit on my lap while I cross stitch, but she gets in the way, and like she doesn't understand that she's in the way, and I really don't want to accidentally poke her with a needle. So she does not get to sit in my lap, even though she really, really wants to. I have you pulled up on one screen and my pattern pulled up on another, multitasking, or at least trying to. Hey, I'm multitasking too. I have you on one screen and also you on another screen and also me on another screen and my pattern here. Yay! I have too many screens. That'll be fine. August, that's a box. You can't eat it. It's not edible, my dude. No, it's not. I know, but it's still not edible. Now the cat's mad. Cat's like, I wanted to play. I was trying so hard. How come she walked away? Because if you don't play her way, she won't play, August. That's just how she is. She's old and set in her ways. She's a grumpy old lady. Slowly working on the tail of this fox. I was cross-stitching at Starbucks before work today, and people were staring at me. I was like, no, don't stare at me. Aww. Was that, Chibi, were you sharing the fox outline like the silhouette one? Was that you that shared that? I have a hard time, if screen names aren't the same, like, across platforms, I have a really hard time, like, pairing people up. Okay, yes, okay, yes. I do remember that. For the life of me, I won't remember that the two screen names are the same person. I'm so bad with names and faces and like all of it, even on my best day. But I do remember the fox pattern. I finished up the woodland raccoon one that I was working on from Happy Little Mouse, and I started on the other fox pattern that like is the same style as the raccoon, of like it's like the little fox all nestled in like the foliage and stuff. So I started that one today. I'm about maybe 2 hours into it, hour and a half into it, something like that. But yeah, so I started that one today actually. So I'll have to I'll try and remember to post an update picture, but I'm not super far into it yet. Just some foliage. Oh, my thread wound around itself again. Dang it, I hate it when it does this. I wish I didn't have to work and could cross stitch more. Me too. So even though like, yes, this is my job, I also homeschool my kids. So that like takes the majority of my day, pretty much every day. So today I got a little bit of stitching time in, like I said, maybe like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, because the kids were playing outside after school today. But usually I don't get that much time during the day. Usually it's late at night like this after they're in bed that I get my stitching done. But I will say, my kids are going to be visiting with their dad in a couple weeks for spring break, and so I will be kid-free for a week, so I will actually be able to like sit down and stitch as much as I want for like a whole week. It's gonna be glorious. So I am very excited about that. I am also hoping to spend some time that week working on so my Patreon supporters and I were discussing like how I could release like some shiny patterns and like stuff like that for the patrons and like some stuff like that. So I'm hoping that I will have the energy to just go full steam ahead that week with just all of the things that I keep wanting to do and just not having the energy for. I'm really hoping that my body doesn't decide to shut down that week, because I kind of have a habit of doing that where I'm like, oh, I finally have time to do the things that I want to do, and my body's like, nope, you get to just be sick for a week, or whatever. So I'm hoping that I'm feeling well and that I don't have any like flare-ups or anything like that during that week when my kids aren't here. But yeah. Then I want a shiny Vaporeon. Very nice. But yeah, so my idea for the patrons is to help encourage them to come and hang out when I'm streaming, is to make a backlog of the shinies for all of the patterns that I've already released, ahead of time, and then make a reward thing that they could turn in on here to unlock shinies in the pattern library. So unlock the patterns in the pattern library. So I thought that would be super fun. But before I can like add that reward for channel points or whatever, I do have to make the backlog of shinies ahead of time and have them all ready to release. That way it can kind of be like an instant reward type of thing. Like, oh, you want, you know, a shiny, let's release one. But I think what I might do is, like, however many Pokemon I have in the library, is we might roll dice and randomize which one gets released each time one of them, you know, gets added to the library or whatever, because I think that could be really fun too, is like, you never know, like, okay, I'm gonna turn in my points and I hope it's the one that I want type of thing. Because I really like randomization. If nobody could tell, I like when things are randomized. It makes my brain happy and gives me the dopamine, and it means I don't have to make decisions. So there's that. Cheers, Kaley. It has to be random, like it would be in like a game. Yeah, exactly. It's gotta be random, because like you never know what you're gonna come across. But yeah, so we've been talking about like some stuff like that and how that would work out. But I have too many ideas and not enough spare time right now to just do them all. I started working on patterns for the Pokemon gym badges to turn them into like a bookmark. So I started working on that the other day, and I'm like halfway through the first gym badge. It's going to take me a little bit of time to work my way through them for sure. But I do like how it's turning out so far. I am hoping that I can kind of do them justice. Because they're unlike, like, the Pokemon are pixel art to begin with, at least from the first 5 generations they were. But the gym badges weren't. They weren't pixel art. They were only ever really shown in the anime. So I'm having to, you know, I can't do my normal methods of how I do things. I'm definitely having to like step out of my comfort zone for that, which is good for me. And I'm learning new skills and figuring out things as I go and how I like to do things and whatnot. So it's all good, but it's definitely going to be one of my more time consuming patterns. But I'm excited about it. And as I mentioned, I'm going to be playing Stardew Valley on Saturday for Twitch live stream for the Let's Play a Game challenge that you guys all contributing to the community goal of Let's Play a Game. So I'll be playing Stardew Valley and pretending to be a gamer for a night. So that'll be on Saturday. I've thought about making like some Stardew Valley inspired patterns. I also want to make some Pokeball patterns. And I don't know, like I have so many ideas, guys. There's too many ideas in my brain and not enough hours in the day to just like to just do all the things. Like I just want to do it all. Like, can I please just petition for a time traveling device of some kind where I could still meet my obligations here and also like just have all the free time to do all the things I want to do, please? Okay, thanks. I promise I won't abuse it. I just just want to make stuff. I just want to make all the things. Okay. I just started high rollers and you know how long it took me to write my first sleep. I have no idea. How long did it take you? Hello, Alaska. How you doing? Episodes, and they're only like 2 hours long. Oh wow, very nice. Phone call. I'm not picking up a phone call from my mother-in-law while I'm live streaming. That's not gonna end well. But I should text my partner and let him know that she's calling. Let me send a text message, please. Patiently waiting for more waterboarding tools? Why, Tink? Why? I come from the land of 4 to 5 hour episodes, so 2 is short. Gotcha. You look dry. No! I'm not. I'm not dry. I am like a fully hydrated sponge. I'm fine. I am moss. I am a fern. I have been watered. Cheers, Vex. Okay. I have to swim. Okay. The button is still alive, so you must think you need water. I mean, also it's kind of a pain in the butt to turn it off, so... So for those of you over on TikTok, if you have been hearing about the potential TikTok ban and you're worried about it and stuff like that, if you enjoy my live streams and my videos and like stuff like that, I would highly recommend finding me on another platform and just giving me a little follow over there, you know, as a just in case. And if nothing happens and TikTok stays, like, cool. I'll continue going live here. I will continue. I plan to continue to going live here. TikTok is my favorite platform to use. It works really well for me personally. But you know, for the just in case, you could have a backup follow somewhere else. You know, links in the bio for all the other places that I can be found. But yeah, I will of course still be going live on Twitch as well, since I do the 2 lives simultaneously. So that's going to continue to stay the same no matter what. But I have started moving all of my TikTok videos over to YouTube as YouTube Shorts and YouTube videos, depending on the length. And so I'm going to continue posting on both of those platforms. At this point, I have no plans to put any of my TikTok videos over on Instagram or Facebook or anything like that. Frankly, because I think what Meta's doing is just obnoxious, with trying to get Congress to get rid of their competition here in the United States. So I don't really want to be supporting those platforms. I do have a very small Instagram. I have like 10 followers, like for real. And I've posted a handful of like, here's what I'm doing type of like updates on like my work in progress pieces and stuff like that. But I also post that stuff over on the Discord server. So I'm not invested in Instagram in any way, shape, or form, if that makes sense. It's never been a platform that's worked really well for me. And it's never really been a platform that I've like been super like into. It's never worked for me. I've never fully gotten a good grasp of it. But yeah, so if that is something that you're worried about, I'm sure you've probably heard a lot of your favorite creators talking about this. It doesn't hurt to give us a follow somewhere else just in case. And if nothing happens and the TikTok ban doesn't go through, then cool. I'm gonna keep doing what I do. And you know, no harm. So, but yeah. Daisy and the Hoops, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. And Purple Monkey, thank you for the follow as well. I appreciate you too. Okay. We've got some hydrates. 1 for Kaley, cheers. And 3 for Vex. 1, 2, and 3. Sorry, I walked away for a second, thirsty. Y'all, okay. That was 1, 2, 3 for Vex. I got 1 for Tink. Cheers. Dang it. You guys, I can't keep it straight. Okay. 1 for Tink, 1 for Window. Cheers. That's 2 for Tink. 2 for Window. 3 for Tink. 4 for Tink. Good lord, I'm gonna die. Another 1 for Vex. Last 1 for Tink. Thank you, Tink, for the creepy smiley face mask thing. 1 for Kaley. Okay, my water's down to here now, y'all. I think we're good. We're good. Eevee's looking really good, thank you. Now that they're done trying to flood me, I'm very full. That's the only option for the emojis. I'm sorry, those emojis are really creepy, and if anyone knows how to make less creepy emojis on Twitch, please let me know, because they're really creepy and we need some new ones apparently. I think you need to refill your bottle. I will not refill my bottle. If I finish the bottle, I will drink my tea, and if I finish my bottle and the tea, I will turn the button off because I will be peeing all night long. Vex. Cheers. I think if the button's alive, you need water. It's not that I need water, it's that there is still water in my water bottle and or teacup. I'm gonna have to pee before the live is over. Like, this is what y'all do to me every freaking time. Twice a week, y'all try to drown me. I'm such a helpful tinker. Is that what we're calling this? We're calling this helpful? That's the verb choice? Eevee or Flareon? This one is Eevee. Vex, is that another one? I think that's another one. Cheers. We're gonna finish a Pokemon hoop, and thank you for that, because that means I can put a pause on all other redemptions while we finish a Pokemon hoop. Okay, Chibi, would you like me to finish a 4, 5, 6, or 7-inch hoop? I've got them all sorted now. Eevee's never getting finished. I mean, yeah. You're actually hydrated. I bet Little Fish would agree. He has no idea whether I'm hydrated or not because I'm an adult and I'm allowed to hydrate myself. Also, he's worse than I am. I definitely drink more water than he does. He definitely drinks coffee, tea, and like the Monster energy drinks. Not like regular Monster, but like the Revive ones that like, I don't know, they like... You give us the control to hydrate you. Yes. Because I don't know why. I don't. So, okay. We are gonna finish up. Sorry, you see my lap. It's weird. I'm sorry. It was awkward. I try to remember to put this down before I move the Eevee away, and I didn't that time. Sorry. Okay. Unstable Bumblebee, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Alright. Give it to me. Ooh. I don't know if I have another 7-inch hoop. Let's find that out. Shall we? Oh, yes I do. I bet I do. Ooh, no, these might be 8s. No, that's okay, cool. We got a 7-inch hoop. There's our hoop. There's our hoop. Alright. Here we go. We already went through this file earlier. Boom. We can go through it again. Okay. We're not doing Gyarados because Gyarados badly needs to be ironed. We have Moltres. We have Zapdos. We have Fearow. Chibi, go ahead and just type what you want me to do, not Gyarados. Fearow. We have Golbat. We have Nidoking. We have Kingler. We have Muck. We have Ninetales. We have Pidgeotto. And we have Weezing. So these are all the ones that fit into 7-inch hoops. So that's what I got. So you can get to pick. Ninetales. You know what? That doesn't surprise me. No, Window, not Gyarados. Gyarados needs to be ironed. Very, very badly. And I'm not pulling my iron out today. It's okay. I need to iron the raccoon piece that I just finished. So I'm going to iron Gyarados at the same time. Okay, I need to move this away for a sec so I don't attack the camera with the drawer. Okay, here we go. Ninetales. Lumi's gonna be so mad that she missed me putting Ninetales in the hoop. I just want you to be aware that you are incurring the wrath of a Lumi right now. Just so you know. I mean, I probably am too, but, you know. The things we do for love. Alright, this actually probably needs to be ironed too. Freaking heck. So many of these need to be ironed, or at least pressed between a good book for a while. All right, here we go. Okay. Does that look uneven to anybody else? No, it's not uneven because this is like the same distance. It's just a slightly weird pattern. Because of Ninetail's big bushy tail, it like looks like it sits up higher in the hoop than it does. Yeah. I'm gonna start pulling it tight. And Ninetails looks like it has enough excess fabric that I could actually sew the back up, so that's really nice. My hands hurt. The big ones hurt my hands so much more than the little ones. Okay, there we go. Alrighty. Need some string. Let's do some yellow. There we go. And we need some scissors. No, this is my scissors! Kitten! 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 It's not treats. It's just all three of you are over here. Good lord. The chaos that all of you over here on Twitch cause in my life with these animals. It's fine. It's fine. I love it. Alright. So we're going to cut a circle around the whole thing, about an inch or so out from the edge of the hoop. It's a little curly over there. We're going to uncurl that. Keep going. Do, 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 do. There we go. Maybe they like sharp objects. No, they definitely, I have two drawers, and the top drawer has my tools in it, like my scissors and my pliers and things like that. And the second drawer has the pet treats in it. So they heard me opening the drawer, and they 100% were like, treats! And they all ran over here, and Wednesday jumped up on my lap. Okay, so the next step I'm going to do is I'm going to make little slits all the way around it, but they're going to be decently far apart because this is a bigger hoop. So the bigger the hoop, the bigger the wider you want the slit to be. If this was like a 4-inch hoop, I'd probably have them be about this big. Because of the 7-inch hoop, I'm going to make them a little bit wider as I go around. Fair enough. Hi, August. No, you may not steal my string. Did you see that little paw come up here? No, excuse me, sir. Mine. But Mom, excuse me. What a stinker. Okay, so on my 9-inch, I need to do bigger cuts. Yes, for sure. And I will kind of show you why as I'm doing this. It'll make more sense. Basically, your angles are wider, So you need wider slits in order to get a better angle of overlap between the slits. So if I had like little tiny slits that were really close together and I tried to fold them down on top of each other, they would barely overlap in the middle there, and you wouldn't get a good like stitch through them. But hold on, let me split this thread real quick. Come on, split, there we go. There we go. Okay. There's that one. Get out of my way. Okay. Cute stealing kitty, the little paw scooping the thread. Yeah. I don't know what got into him. He walked away now. Oh, now he's... Hey, sir, you're gonna break that. Don't break it. I have a little thing hanging on the door handle on the back door. Actually, we have them on all our doors. My partner goes around and makes sure all of the doors are locked at night. So we have like 4 doors into our house. But then he gets back to the bedroom and he's like, shoot, I can't remember if I did all the doors. And so he has to like go back and check and check and check. And so I ended up putting like these little stretchy bracelets with the label, with a little tag hanging down that labels each door. So it's like back door, deck door, front door, whatever. And so I like stick them on all of the doorknobs every morning. So as he goes and checks all of the doors, he picks up the bracelets and brings them back to the bedroom so that he knows that he checked that door. So we work with our neuroses and we make accommodations. That way we can go to bed feeling safe and feeling like we don't need to check the doors 15 times. You know what? I got the idea because somebody had talked about how like therapists are like common sense filters essentially. And so they were saying like, you know, if you're paranoid, if you go to work and you're always paranoid that you left the flat iron plugged in at home, put the flat iron in your purse and take it to work with you. And then when you're at work, you can satisfy yourself that the flat iron is not at home plugged in because it's right there in your purse with you. And I was like, this is brilliant. I can use this to help my partner who always needs to go check the doors multiple times, and it's very distressing to him when he gets back to the bedroom and he can't remember checking one of the doors, and so he needs to like go start the circuit again. So I had a bunch of these bracelets like that I used to like do other tasks. Like I would put a bunch of bracelets on that have different tasks on them, and so it would be like, you know, I'd have one bracelet that says like feed the dog, and another one that says feed the cats, and another one that says feed yourself, and things like that. And so I take the bracelets off as I do my tasks. And so if I still have these little jangly bracelets with these tags on, then I know I still have things that I need to do. And so I can like look at them and be like, oh, I didn't take my medicine this morning yet, or I didn't, you know, whatever it is. So I have a whole bunch of spare ones that like don't have tasks on them yet. And so I just like hijacked a couple for him to use. So that's been really nice. Okay, so remember how I was talking about how like if this was cut down the middle and it was a tiny slit, they would only overlap like a little bit when you tuck them in like this. But because this is a big tab and this is a big tab, these overlap by this much now instead of that much. So there's a much bigger area of overlap here for me to comfortably stitch through and not feel like, oh no, what if this unravels on the back? So that is why when you're doing bigger hoops, you need longer tabs or wider tabs. So yeah, you can see like this cuts all the way over to here and this one cuts all the way over to here. So it's a bigger wedge of like pizza shape or pie shape for us to stitch through rather than like a really, really skinny piece of pie. But yeah. I can see what you mean. Yeah, not worry about the Ida cloth not being secured all the way. Yeah, exactly. So bigger hoop, bigger tabs, the easiest way to remember. And they will get a little bit more wrinkly because it is a bigger tab. That's okay. It's totally fine. No one's gonna know. You're not gonna be able to tell once it's all the way done. And there's definitely other sewing methods than this. You don't need to cut the little tabs. Some people just like weave the thread all the way around and then just pull it tight. So instead of having these cuts, it would just like be bunched up on the back. And that's a totally valid way to do it too. I just like cutting the little tabs because I don't like it to be quite as like bunched up in the back. If I was doing embroidery with like regular cotton cloth instead of Ida cloth, I probably would not care as much and I wouldn't bother cutting the little tabs. But because Ida cloth is so stiff, I don't like it to be too bumpy on the back because it like sits up so much more three-dimensionally than other fabrics. So if it was just like a soft cotton or a linen or something like that, I probably wouldn't even bother to cut the slits and I would just loosely do like a running stitch around and then pull it tight. But with Ida, this is just my preferred method since it's stiffer. You already need more Ida cloth? Nice. I approve. I will single-handedly keep DMC in business through Ida cloth and floss purchases. I'm a problem. It's okay. I wish there was a better place to buy, and the one roll I bought that wasn't that big, which surprised me. How big of a roll are you wanting, or how big of a piece are you wanting? Because I recently purchased from burlapfabric.com, and you can buy it by like the yard, and stuff like that, and it actually wasn't that expensive. It wasn't bad at all. It was a pretty good price. So you might want to look into like purchasing it that way. That's how I bought the bolt that I bought. I bought 5 yards of 60-inch wide. But they definitely had like, I mean, you could just buy like 1 yard, or like 2 yards, or like whatever it is that you want. So I definitely recommend like maybe looking at some other places. And like possibly ordering online if you want more rather than going to like Joann's or Michael's. Don't buy the loops and threads. That's all I gotta say. Don't buy the loops and threads brand. I personally don't like it. I could see how it would be good for some people. It would be really good for like beginners, but personally I don't like it. How's it going? Hi, Milksop Boy. How you doing? It's going good. We just finished up 9 tails. There we go. All done. Okay. Back to Eevee. Okay. 9 tails is going to the side right now. Ah! I'm like knocking things over. Sorry. Oh, stay. Okay. So today we finished, what was the other one we finished? Oh, we finished Lapras. I picked Lapras because I like Lapras. I think Lapras is cute. And we finished 9 tails, and we're working on some Eevee right now. And Tink keeps trying to drown me. You know, just like normal. Normal night. Listen. Into that. So it's easier to thread. There we go. Lapras and Ninetales are so cute. They really are. Eevee's looking good. Thank you. Cinder Goddess, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. I think the one I bought was from Michael's. It was 20 by 24, I believe. Doesn't help that I cut the wrong length for my fox and had to recut. Now it's different sizes all over. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, so 24 inch, so 1 yard is 36 inches. So, like, if you get a 30 by 36, I think that some stores will sell, like, that much in the store. Like, I think you can go to Joann's and get, like, a 30 by 36 inch piece. But that's about the biggest you can get in one cut from the store. So, I mean, I would recommend looking at, like, burlapfabric.com and seeing what you can get and what you think of the price over there. Because even just getting 1 yard, if it's 60 inches wide, that's twice as big as what you're getting at, like, Joann's or something like that. But yeah, I used to buy smaller pieces, and now I just buy bigger and bigger pieces until I buy a 5-yard bolt and use almost half of it for a giant tapestry piece. So, you know, it's all good. But I'm just glad that I found, like, another source where I can buy larger pieces from. And if I do go through all of my bolts, I'll be able to just keep buying bolts and not have to worry about, you know, little bitty pieces from the hobby shop anymore. Burlap fabric. Yeah, I believe that's what it was called. It was like burlapfabric.com. And then just make sure that you're buying the correct count, because I think they do have a few different counts available on there. So just make sure if you use 14 count that you buy the 14 count or whatever. All right. Cut some more floss. Should I use floss strips this big? No, I shouldn't. Should absolutely be cutting it shorter than this. Do I care? No. You can't stop me. You're not my mother. Even if you were, she couldn't stop me either. I think I'm funny. I don't think anyone else thinks I'm funny, but I do. Just look them up. That's not a bad price. Yeah, it's not. I ended up buying an entire bolt for cheap. So, like, I originally tried to buy a bolt through Joann's, and their bolts are only 30 inches across, not 60. So instead of getting 60 by 5 yards, I was ordering a 30 by 10 yards. So it's the same amount of fabric. It's just a different shaped rectangle. And that's the one that I ordered, and when it arrived, I was like, oh yay, my bolt of fabric is here, and then I opened it, and it was 24 skeins of yarn, and not my fabric. So I called them to be like, what do I do? How can you guys reship this? And they were like, well, we can't just reship it. we have to just refund it to you and then you can repurchase it. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna look for somebody else. So they refunded my money, and I started looking for somebody else, partially because I realized I wanted 60-inch wide and not 30-inch wide. Because I had decided I was going to do this giant tapestry piece, and it's 60 inches by 72 inches. And so the 30 by 10 yards from Joann's was like $125 or something like that. And I think the 60 by 5 yards from Burlap Fabric was like $100-ish. So it was cheaper for the same amount of fabric, and it was 60 inches wide instead of 30 inches wide. So like I said, like it's the same amount of fabric because you're going to be cutting it up, but also like I knew I wanted to make this big piece, so I needed something that was wider anyway, and Joann's just doesn't offer 60-inch wide fabric anywhere. So yeah. Now I just need to figure out where I can bulk order hoops, because I need to order a bunch of 5-inch hoops, because yeah, I do. Because that seems to be like a really common size that I use. All right, I'm gonna move that around. Okay, we gotta do the tail, and then we got a couple little stitches up in here, and then we're done with this color. And oh, the other thing was Burlap Fabric was like, oh, it's gonna take like 3 weeks to ship to you. And I was like, oh, that's a bummer. Like, I guess I'll just have to wait. And it arrived within like 3 or 4 days. Like it just like surprise showed up. I was super shocked. So yeah, when it says like it takes a long time to ship, it didn't happen to for me. Like maybe it does sometimes take that long, but like for me, it actually shipped like way quicker than they said it was going to. So that was a nice surprise as well. Whereas Joann's, they kept pushing my shipping date out. So that was another, like, I think I'm going to go with Burlap Fabric again. If I, like, not if, when, when I need to buy more Ida cloth. But honestly, even 2.5 yards of 60-inch should last me quite a bit. Should last me some time. Although if y'all keep buying kits from me, I go through it a lot faster when I have to keep making kits, so. Which is fine. I don't mind it. I like putting the kits together. It's fun for me. Speaking of, I am going to be starting to put together the April kits for my Kit of the Month Club in the next couple of days. So, yay for that. I know the 1st is like Saturday. It's not going to be shipped out on the 1st. But it should be shipped out hopefully like the first week or so of the month. But yeah. I had 2 needles loaded with 2 separate colors, stitching some little pops of color in between the brown, and my coworker is very confused. I don't think I'm gonna do it. It was confusing me too. You know what? Some people like to do that. I think it's called like the parking lot method or something like that, where they keep 1 needle loaded with each color, and they like stitch the colors at the same time. And the one time that I tried to do it, I was so confused. It was so difficult for me. I like just could not wrap my brain around it. So I do not prefer the parking lot method. I would do English before I would do the parking lot method. But I prefer my Dutch style of stitching, honestly. But yeah, I don't mind having to reload the needle frequently. Like that doesn't bother me so much, but I know it does bother some people. But yeah. All right, we're gonna tie this off here. methods. There are. I keep saying, like, everybody who's new to cross stitch, like, there are so many different ways to do every single step of the process. It really is a choose your own adventure, like, hobby. It's so good. Like, there are some hobbies that, like, there's really only one right way to do something. But, like, there are so many different methods to cross stitching. I mean, even just, like, how you thread your needle. There are so many different ways to, like, just thread a freaking needle. So, like, I really encourage people to explore some different styles of how to cross stitch, or how to, you know, start your piece, or how to, you know, start a new color or a thread, how to, like, there's just every single step of the process. How to finish your hoops. I show off my 2 preferred methods of finishing hoops, but there are so many more out there. Like, I could not even scratch the surface. So, like, if you see me finishing off hoops and you think to yourself, like, that doesn't look like something I would ever want to do, that's okay. There are definitely other methods out there, and if you like a different one better, go for it. Try it out, see if it works for you. Do it up. There's another way to load a needle other than wetting the end with your mouth. Yeah, they have little tools that will help you load your needle so that you don't have to, like, try to get it through by yourself. My partner actually just bought one the other day. I have it sitting upstairs on my kitchen table. I should ask him if I can borrow it and show you guys how the little tool works. But there's a whole bunch of different little tools and stuff like that to help you. There's a few different styles of like needle loading tools. I have never used them, honestly. I've like never even tried them before. I've never had a problem doing this particular way of just like getting it wet and stuffing it through the eye. So I've never bothered. But he was having some trouble seeing it real up close the other day when he was stitching. Because he cross stitches sometimes too. It makes me really happy. He doesn't do it very often, but he does do it sometimes with me. Yeah, he was having some trouble the other day, and he was like, I'm like really struggling to like thread this needle. And I was like, well, they make like tools and stuff to make it easier. And he was like, they do? And so like he went out and bought a little tool, and he hasn't stitched to try it out yet, but I'm sure he will, and he'll let me know. A couple cross stitching sounds adorable. I think it's really sweet when he sits down and cross stitches next to me. He's actually working on a sand shrew right now. I think I might have shared it in the Discord, one of the Discords, but I don't remember which one. But he did give me permission to share a picture of the sand shrew that he's been working on. And he does have another piece that he's working on as well, but I can't remember what it's called. It's some sort of like dragon wyvern thing from a game, but like for the life of me, I cannot remember what the heck it's called, because I never played that game. But yeah, he's working on, he's got a couple pieces going too, because I rub off on people. You can't just have one project going, right? You gotta have, like, depends on what you're in the mood for, right? Alright, we're gonna jump down to here. Okay. Little Eevee now. do like just the little edge of the ruff, just a couple stitches, and then we're gonna be done with this color. And you guys will get one more vote before we're done with Eevee. That's how close we're getting. We've only got 3 colors left, so you'll get to vote on between the chocolate color and like the cream color. And then I will finish up with white and also the black in the eyeballs. We'll give Eevee their soul finally. At the right spot. Alright, I think that is it for that color. I'm gonna look at it for just a second, make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, yeah, that's it for that color. So if you are over on TikTok, I'm gonna open up a poll in just a second and you will get to vote on whether I should stitch color 1 or color 2 for our last color, for our last vote, our last color that we vote on. Anyway, let me wind this back up. Stick that over here. Okay, so let me open up the poll, interact, text poll. All right, you have 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes to vote on whether I should stitch color number 1 or color number 2. So we've got kind of like a chocolatey color, and we've got kind of like a I don't know, it's like a cream color-ish, but like you threw a little coffee in your cream. Which is how I like to drink my coffee. It's sweet coffee flavored milk. So if you want to vote in the poll when you're over on TikTok, there's a little poll button down at the bottom, and you should be able to click on that and click 1 or 2 to show me which one you think I should stitch next. There's a ridiculous amount of 300 in this pattern. Nice. That sounds about right. So the big tapestry piece that I was working on, okay, so they literally had to divide the pattern into 4 chunks because it kept crashing the program when they were trying to like get it to load and export and everything. So literally this pattern is so big that it is 4 separate patterns combined. So I've printed out the bottom left-hand quadrant of it. Well, I printed out the bottom right-hand quadrant also. But I was just looking at the bottom left-hand quadrant, and there are over 22,000 stitches of just black in that single quadrant of the giant tapestry. Just that one quadrant. That doesn't include the other 3/4 of this piece. It is a monster of a piece. And all of you made me drink so much water that now I'm all squirmy and I have to pee. So, as soon as this poll opens, or closes rather, I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick. Because otherwise I'm gonna be super squirmy. Oh my gosh, yeah, it's a lot. And like, then take into consideration like a single skein of black, you can get, I think it's about 1,700-ish stitches out of a single skein. I'm probably closer to like 2,000. Like I said, I'm like really big on like stitch efficiency and whatnot. But I think the average is about 1,700 stitches per skein. And I think it worked out to be like 22 skeins of floss or something ridiculous for that pattern. Okay, so 100% of the votes were for color number 2. So we're gonna be going to color number 2. Have you bought spools and spools of floss? I bought this. I bought the giant cone. For those of you who are over on TikTok, I bought a giant cone of black, and I bought the smaller cone of white in preparation for the tapestry piece, knowing that like, oh my gosh, like knowing that that's gonna be such an overwhelming amount of thread. Okay, I have to pee. I'll be right back. Okay, y'all, I forgot that I stuck Lapras in there. My bathroom stinks so bad. Oh my god, y'all. You got me messed up. That would give me so much anxiety. This piece is so big. Okay, so we've got, oh my gosh. Okay, we've got more hydrates immediately upon my return. Because y'all do me dirty. That's just how this goes. All right, Kaley, cheers. Vex, cheers. IDFK Mel, cheers. Tink, one cheers for you. I can't even swallow the water. My body doesn't want it. Another cheers for you, Tink. I'm like having trouble swallowing, like literally. My body's like, nope, nope, we don't need water, we need tea. Please, please feed us tea. Apparently not. Alright, I have to highlight the nonsense that I just stitched. Eevee, why are you so cute? Oh, okay. Story time. I used to have a guinea pig named Eevee, and I had a second guinea pig who was her friend, and her name was Bidoof. And Bidoof was the brattiest guinea pig of all time. She hated everyone, and she didn't ever want to be picked up by anyone except my ex. She was the only one, or he was the only one that she liked. So, that's my story time. I had two guinea pigs named Eevee and Bidoof. I miss them. I wish that I had guinea pigs still. Unfortunately, my cats would eat them. Wednesday would 100% hunt down the guinea pigs. Hydration Nation, no! I will dehydrate. I can be an empty sponge. Cheers, Kaley. I'm the best kind of brat. I've created a water army. See, this is my problem, is I can't brat on stream because you guys have, like, redeemed points for it. I need to up the point redemption for it. That's what I need to do. And I'm almost out of water, y'all. So be prepared when that happens that I will be drinking tea. And yes, I put sugar in it. Because what is the point of tea if you can't drink sugar? Okay. Right, we are tying off this color. I'm assuming that this is the rest of the rough. I'm assuming, yeah, that's gotta be. The other color is gonna be outline color because it's darker. Part of me is like, you don't need to double check that. I mean, I'm gonna double check it just to be 100% sure, but like, I'm already 100% sure that this is gonna be the rough color. Okay. Turn a single page. Thank you. I don't know what color this is. That one. Hey, I was right. Okay. If you drink unsweetened tea, you deserve a grippy sock vacation. No! No grippy sock vacation. But also, I only drink sweetened tea, so. I like sweet tea. Eevee looks so fluffy. Eevee is a little fluffkin. I love it. Alright. Hopefully this won't be too difficult of a color for you guys to see, but basically I'm going to be filling in all the spaces in the tail and all the spaces like in the neck ruff with this color. if I was a Pokemon trainer, I would 100% find me an Eevee. Like that would just 100% be part of my team. Cute little Eevee, a Vulpix, Flareon and Leafeon. That's 4 out of 6. I don't even know what the other 2 would be right now. Definitely those 4 for sure, though. Would it be the strongest team? No. No. Would it be the cutest team? Absolutely. I drink unsweet tea. Tink, you monster. How dare you? I suppose this was retaliation, isn't it? I should have known better. I should have known better than to say anything at all. Cheers, Tink. I'm sweet enough, I need no extra sweetness. I mean, hey. Michaelers, what size Pokemon hoop are we finishing? 4, 5, 6, or 7? We've already done 2 7s tonight. We've already done 2 7s and my hands hurt. Please be gentle. Please be nice. Unlike Tink. 4! Okay. We're gonna do a 4 inch hoop. Alright. Boop. We're gonna move that out of the way. Move this out of the way. I'm gonna move the camera for just a second so I don't bonk it with the drawer. Okay. I believe red is the 4 inch hoops. Okay. Here's this. Let's grab your 4 ear. Alright. Here, we're gonna rip that off. Oh, I have a trash can right here. Y'all, why am I just throwing garbage in my desk? Okay. So, here are the 4 inch hoops that we can finish. And you tell me, Michaelers, which one you want me to do. Okay. So, I see I made a new friend. Kaley gets me. You can't team up. It's not nice. No, it's on us, never only helpers. Okay, so 4 inch, we've got Shelter, we've got Weedle, we've got Metapod, we've got Staryu, Cubone, Spearow, and Electrode, which needs some love. He needs some love. I am gonna have to restitch him, I think. I don't know if this color is like supposed to be peachy in here or if it just like looks off. I like legitimately can't tell. Some of these are so old, y'all. Okay, so Michaelers, what are we doing? Cubone. There we go. Cubone. Kind of had a feeling that was going to be the case, but that's cool. Let's do it. We gonna finish a Cubone. Okay. File. Back in the drawer. All right. You're gonna be so cute. Loosen this some more. You're just wonderful bringing people together and making friends. Oh my goodness, is that what this is? This is what we're calling it now, is friendship? Oh my god, go on. Doesn't want to go on. Ah! Get on there. Dang it, you. Dang it. I need a sledgehammer. It doesn't want to go in. It doesn't want to go in at all. Damn it. Why is this so angry? Okay. It's sort of on it. Okay, we're going to tighten it up now. I hope it doesn't spring off. Okay, there we go. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. August, my sweet boy. He is just the sweetest. Doesn't have two brain cells to rub together, but just the sweetest little thing. Okay, there we go. Ouch! My hands are hurting. My wrists were hurting on the big one. My fingers are hurting on this one. Dang it. There we go. Alright. Now, we do have enough all the way around the edge of this to do another sewn back style one. I mean, I could do like a hot glue style on this as well. I'm not gonna, because I don't want to try to find my hot glue gun, get it plugged in, and all of that. I should do that one of these nights so I can like show everyone how that method goes as well, but it's not going to be tonight. And also that method tends to burn my fingers because I'm not patient enough with hot glue or careful enough. Alright, so we're gonna just cut kind of a loose circle about an inch or so out from the edge of the hoop. All the way around. And this is mostly just to get rid of like excess fabrics. We don't have like big weird bunches of it all the way around our piece as we're stitching the back shut. Throw that away. Okay. So the next step is we're gonna cut our little tabs all the way around. This is kind of your last chance to like make sure it's situated in there really nicely. So like, just give it another pass just in case. Now, because this is a smaller hoop, we can make some smaller tabs. We don't have to make them as big. If we did make them really big, they would get really bunchy. They would bunch up really weirdly, so. Definitely making smaller tabs on this one and trying to keep them so they don't bunch up. You can't completely get away from the fact that it's gonna bunch up because the diameter here like kind of lends itself to that. In order to keep it tight on the inside of the hoop and everything, like it just kind of does that by default. That's how it's designed. I don't want to cut it right there, but I kind of need to. Okay, we're gonna do a little cut there. All right. Alright, we're just going to use yellow again because I already got it out and cut, and not that piece. That piece can go away. Okay, so we already got it out and cut. And whatever, split. Need my needle. Can I have that please? Thank you, Eevee. Alright, here we go. At one end, we're going to tie the knot. Threading through our needle. And remember when I stitch the back, so when you're doing normal cross stitch, you usually are stitching with 2 strands of floss. when I stitch the backs of my pieces, I use 3 strands. It's just a little bit sturdier. That's my preference. Not everybody does it that way. That's okay. So as you can see, we still, even though these are really tiny tabs compared to the ones we were doing before, we still have about the same amount of overlap because this is such a smaller circle. So this one compared to the 9 tails, you kind of get like a pretty good feel for what I meant about like the overlap and the slice of pie that size that it gives you to like stitch through. So that is why smaller tabs, smaller hoop, smaller tabs, larger hoop, larger tabs is the general rule of thumb. So I overlap the first 2 tabs, I stitch up through them, the next 2 tabs are overlapped, I'm going to stitch down through those. And I'm just going to alternate going up and down through the tabs as I overlap them one by one all the way around the hoop. And my thread is caught. Give it up. Thank you. And after each stitch, we do want to like make sure to pull it tight, and you can kind of see like the little tabs will start to bow down, and as we go around, you'll see that happening like more and more. So it'll kind of make sense. So this next one, we're going to go up through the 2 tabs where they overlap. It just wants to tangle right now. There we go. So as we pull, they bow down towards the middle. Next one. What is happening and why is my thread tingling so much? Stop it. Okay, here we go. Got it sorted. Bruce, thank you for sharing the live. I appreciate that. So going back up through the next set of tabs, pulling tight. So now you can kind of see like they're starting to just like stay bowed down towards the center. That's good. That's what we want. And it like literally latched onto my scissors. Seriously? Stop it. Okay, scissors can go away. The audacity of this thread right now. I will not let you win. Next time. Okay, we are halfway around this circle. I'm just gonna keep going down through the next one. Up through the next one. Okay, almost done. Down through this one. Up through. This last one didn't overlap quite as much as I wanted it to, so we're going to go a little bit at an angle, but that's going to be okay. And then I'm going to go down and up one more time through a couple more of these, just to make sure that this joint where they line up, or like where I kind of started and stopped my piece, is really nice and secure. Those couple tabs. All right. So pull it nice and tight. And we're going to give it either a double knot or a triple knot, whatever you feel comfortable with. This thread's being a butthead, so I'm just going to do a double knot. Okay. Snip. And that is it. All finished off in hoop. What is your least liked part of cross-stitching? Mine are the knots. For me, it's definitely the hooping process. So getting a piece into the hoop and situated and nice and tight in the hoop, least favorite part. It hurts my fingers, it hurts my wrists. It is why I have a backlog of so many pieces that I have finished stitching, but that I haven't hung up on my wall yet, because I just haven't had the impetus to put them in their hoops and finish them off. And it's just the actual hooping part. Like this stitching part on the back doesn't bother me in the slightest. I could do that for hours. That's fine. It's just getting it into the hoop and tight and making sure it's like all in there good. That is 100% my least favorite part of it. But yeah. So that is my issue. But that is, like I said, that is why on Twitch, that is why on Twitch I have a redemption thing for people to redeem, stop what you're doing and go finish off another hoop. It's the only way I've gotten through any in the last few years, is because of that. Like I started doing this, I don't know, maybe 3 months or so ago, where people could be like, hey, stop and finish off a hoop, and I finished more hoops off in the last week than I have finished in the last 2 or 3 years probably. But yeah, that part's a struggle for me too. Yeah, it's rough. If it didn't hurt my hands so bad, man. Ugh. All right, we've got a couple of hydrates. Okay. Okay, so Kaley, cheers. And Tink, cheers. Do I get another point against the thread? What do you guys think? Do you think I earned it because I didn't let the thread win? Yes. Okay. Okay. Yay! I get another point against the thread. Okay, hold on. Let me change my count. That one. Woo! There we go. Cool. Yay! Any tips for flattening the cloth when finished with non-hooped pieces? Yeah, you can actually iron your pieces. When you're ironing, you're going to want to put down a towel, and then you're going to want to put your piece face down. So you're going to put it like down like that, and then you're going to put like a pressing cloth or something like that on top of it, and then iron on top of all of that, and that'll help get the cloth flatter before you put it in a frame or however you're going to finish it. You can also do that to hooped pieces before you like put them in their hoop the final time. Like I always re-hoop my pieces at the end to make sure they're nice and centered and stuff like that. And I actually need to make a video showing that process soon, because I have a couple pieces that need some ironing. One is for sure going in a hoop. The other one, I don't know if it's going to go in a hoop or a frame yet. It's the raccoon piece that I just finished for my partner, and I like finished it last night, and I was showing it to him today, and he was like, "Oh, what do you think about putting it in a frame instead of a hoop?" And I was like, I just always hoop pretty much everything I make, so I hadn't considered putting it in a frame. But if you think it would look good in a frame, then like we can talk about that. So either way, I'm gonna need to iron it. But yeah, I need to make a video showing how to iron the piece. But yeah. Thank you, my Lion King piece needs an iron bag. Yeah, the Gyarados, I showed it off earlier. Gyarados badly needs to be ironed. He went through the washing machine. Which, by the way, you can also wash your pieces. Typically. Do it on gentle. Okay, so now I'm doing not exactly Dutch and not exactly English because I'm not doing the entire block at a time. I'm just doing the entire row at a time and going back and forth across the row before heading on. So it's not quite the same. As either of those methods, but you know, that's what I'm doing. Nathan, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. So much 300, I swear I'm going blind from all this brown. I mean, yep, some pieces be like that. You just gotta go real careful, row by row, and highlight as you go. Or at least that's how I do it. My nail has like the tiniest little bit hanging off of it. Now it's like getting caught on my thread. I'm going score by score, 10 by 10. Oh man. Yeah. That's a lot. Sorry, I'm getting squirmy again. I can't like sit still for very long, y'all. Everything starts to hurt if I do. I find the squares easier for me to see. I can't wait to get my new glasses come in. Oh, I'm not even wearing my glasses tonight. I like legit didn't even put them on. Didn't even cross my mind, not once. I'm doing this glasses list. I should put them on. That would actually probably help make this slightly easier for me. Thank you for reminding me. Oh my god, look at that. I can actually see what I'm doing. Well, see better. I'm like so used to just shit. I can actually like see this now. Jesus, I'm so used to just like struggling without glasses that like I keep forgetting that like, hey, these are to help you. Just put them on your face. Just attach to face, and you'll be able to see so much better. But yeah, I always forget. 2 hours in, suddenly you can see. Yes, yes. Like, my eyes aren't, like, super, super bad, but, like, they're bad enough. I'm super blind without my... Yeah, I'm not terribly blind, and, like, I really use them for, like, when I'm stitching and when I'm reading. But honestly, I need to go to, like, an actual optometrist and be reevaluated and see, like, if I'm using a proper prescription and, like, if I should be wearing glasses all the time. I probably should. And, like, stuff like that. But I have so many doctor's appointments that I just get overwhelmed. And I have to cancel both of my appointments for next week because my partner's going to be out of town. Like, he found out today he's going to be out of town next week for a work trip. And the appointments that I have scheduled for next week, I can't bring my kids to, and I also have nowhere else to leave them. Like, I can't take them to an MRI with me. Like, that's not gonna fly. I'll show up with my kids and they'll be like, no. So yeah, I have to cancel my appointments for this coming week, and then I will have to reschedule those for when my partner's back in town. It's fine. It'll be fine. Legit cannot make out my partner's face even a foot away from me. It's bad. Aww. Clover's all wrapped up in the blanket. I mean, like, completely wrapped up. She just burritoed herself. And her little paws are kicking in her sleep. She's having puppy dreams, all wrapped up in her little burrito. This way. Gabby, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Ah, I'm pulling my own hair. How? How do I manage these things? I'm talented. Maxi Waxy, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. This is Julie calling. Also, hope you had a good day. Aw, thank you. I did have a good day today. Except my thread is arguing with me. I don't have to snip those. Can you please? Nope, I'm not going to. Awesome. Cool. Cheers, Tink. Shrimp Bow, thank you for the rose. I appreciate that. August, she doesn't want to snuggle, hun. She just wants to sleep in her little burrito. That's her please leave me alone growl. I know it sounds very similar to her I want to play growl, but I promise it's not the same. I hear a puppy. I do have a puppy. She's a little old lady. She's about 10 years old and very grumpy, and the 8-month-old kitten decided to go over and try to snuggle with her, and she wasn't happy about that. So she decided to inform him. Unfortunately, she makes the same noise whether she's happy or upset. Like, when she wants to play, she makes the same noise. So he literally cannot tell what she wants. Yeah. So I try to interpret for him, but he's also not a very smart cat. So he doesn't seem to learn that when she's curled up in her bed, in her blanket, she wants to be left alone. Silly pupper. Silly kitten. I literally keep this open just to earn points. Yeah, I know. I'm aware. Thanks, Tink. I got a grumpy old lady, the dog. She got 2 teeth pulled today. Oh, poor baby. I have a feeling my old lady dog was probably going to need some teeth pulled soon. But she won't be happy about that. She's already grumpy and doesn't want to take her medicine, so if she has no teeth, she'll be even grumpier about it. Alright, I think we're going to have just enough time to finish up this color tonight. And then, oh my goodness. Why did you tangle into a knot? Stop it. Like that. You don't want to come on down. The right way. Slip the needle through there and give it a little pull, and the knot comes right out. There we go. August, what are you doing? What is that? You know what? I don't even want to know. It looks like an orange folder. I'm just... That is future Elle's problem. You walked away from it, so... Cool. Alright. One more little row of this right down here. Keep getting my ring stuck on the back. Okay. Here we go. That's the end of that color. So now we just have a little bit of black and white in the eyes, and we have one more shade of brown to finish off the outlining with, and then Eevee's gonna be all done. So we should definitely be able to finish up Eevee on Sunday during the next live stream. But for tonight, that is going to be it, because I do have to teach tiny humans in the morning. So, end of stream shenanigans. So, for those of you who are over on TikTok, when I say link in the bio, hold on, let me grab it. If I could please grab it, thank you. When I say link in bio, Solus Eevee, how cute you are. Yes, Solus Eevee. When I say link in bio, this is the link that I am referring to. If you click on it, it will take you to all of the things that I'm about to talk about. So, first and foremost, I do want to thank my patron supporters for all of their support. They help me continue to be able to do what I do, which is make cross-stitch designs and be a professional cross-stitch artist and designer, which is amazing. And I never dreamed in a million years that this would be my life. So I want to say thank you to Sarah, to Allison, to Melanie, Giordan, Kaley, Alexandra, Chelsea, Shirley, Lynn, Amber, Lisa, and Demented Lemming, aka Avril, for all of your support. You guys are amazing, and I love you so much, and thank you. If you want to learn how to cross stitch, the link in my bio has my how to cross stitch guide. I am still working on my how to cross stitch video tutorial series. I do have a couple videos up on TikTok, and right now, because of the potential TikTok ban, I am working to get all of my content from TikTok up onto YouTube as well. So if you are following me over on TikTok and you don't want to lose access to my live streams, to my tutorials, to all of that stuff, find me on another platform, whether that's on Twitch, whether that's on YouTube, not Instagram. I mean, I do have my Instagram linked on there, but that's not where I do any of this kind of stuff. You can follow my Etsy shop, anything like that. Follow me somewhere else just in case. And if it turns out that TikTok doesn't get banned, then no harm done for you. But if you lose access to me, like, I don't know what to tell you. I'm giving you warning. It's a possibility it might happen. And I am migrating a lot of my stuff over to YouTube and Twitch and things like that. So I do live streams 2 times a week. I live stream on Wednesdays and Sundays at 7:30 Eastern time. This week I will be doing a bonus live stream on Saturday at 7:30 Eastern time. That will be Twitch exclusive. And that is for, because my Twitch followers redeemed a pretend to be a gamer night. So I'm gonna pretend to be a gamer on Saturday, and we're gonna play some Stardew Valley. And I'll probably let everyone vote on which villager I should try to woo, and what I'm doing. Should I go fishing today or should I go mining today, and stuff like that. But with all that being said, so if you want to learn how to cross stitch, I do have a how to cross stitch guide on there. If you are interested in my Pokemon patterns that I have made, you can find those in my Etsy shop for $5 a piece, or you can find them on my Patreon. For Patreon, I have a $7 tier that gets you 2 brand new patterns each month, as well as access to Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle, and Pikachu. At my $12 tier, you get access to my entire Pokemon library, and I am going to be adding shiny variations of the patterns pretty soon. That's something that's in the works right now. At that tier, I do promise to add at least 4 new patterns to the library every single month. This month I added 5. Next month I am going to be adding at least 5 as well. And I also have a $50 tier if you would like me to send you a kit in the mail. So the physical kit comes with everything you need to make a Pokemon every month. So this past month, the kit was Deerling, the Spring Deerling. So this is, if you want the Spring Deerling as part of the Kit of the Month Club, this is your last couple days to order it. If you order kits through my Etsy shop, I do not offer all of the Pokemon as kits. I only offer certain, my more popular ones. So if you want Spring Deerling, this is your last couple days to get it. The Pokemon the Pokemon kit for the month of April has not been announced yet. But that is coming, and I'm working on, I'm going to get started on putting those kits together sometime this week for my Kit of the Month Club members. So again, if you want to follow me on Twitch, YouTube, places like that, just in case anything happens to TikTok, I highly recommend it. If you would like to connect outside of these types of platforms, I do have a public Discord server. It's a TTRPG server, but we also have a pretty robust craft section and things like that. We also do a self-care challenge every month where we take part in little mini self-care challenges throughout the month, and then you earn raffle tickets and you could win a game night with me. So this month we played Jackbox. Last month we played Raccoon Sky Pirates. So it's just kind of just free for all fun silliness for an evening. I also do have a private Discord server for my patrons, and that is where I share more of my works in progress. And once we get to 20 patrons, I will start hosting regular craft nights on there as well. So things like that. Yeah, I think that is it for tonight. It is Wednesday. It is Wednesday. I will see you on Saturday on Twitch for Pretend to be a Gamer Night for some Stardew Valley. I will see you on Sunday on both Twitch and TikTok for more cross-stitching live. And we should be able to finish Eevee up on Sunday. So I'm looking forward to that. And I love you all. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me for a couple hours. I love my stream nights. It's so much fun. I love hanging out with all of you guys. You guys are awesome. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye.